Strawberry Doublelicious.
What are you waiting for?
Come join the Geek Drums Nation.
All right, who said that?
That was me. That's my. Hey, did you guys notice I expanded?
Oh yeah. I just noticed.
The few pop. Let me check my wife's unmentionables. All right.
Wow.
Let me tuck those away. Why y'all ain't tell me them was sticking out?
I didn't even notice until you pointed it out.
Justin, why? Where are you going, Justin? Where are you going? Is it work, Justin? Because if it's work, I can call your boss. You can potentially get fired if I call your boss, but oh my goodness, stupid button work. Oh my god.
Echo. It's his work schedule.
There we go. I was trying to hit the little 3 dots on my phone. Why am I rest in peacing? But okay, Justin, where do you work, Justin? Just out of curiosity. I'm a truck driver.
I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're a stripper.
No.
For hire.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Shoot, I said if we ever go into another pandemic, I might have to.
OnlyFans.
might you know.
I'm hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
Oh, that Lance. Oh yeah, Lance Reddick. That was complete. Like
that was crazy.
I'm still looking forward to his last role, like being Zeus and Percy Jackson. When is that dropping? By the way, like they haven't given a date.
I think they said something about it like late 2023 or like early 2024. It was something like that.
Okay, so
because they finished filming like a while ago.
Yeah.
So John Wick is coming out before then.
Yeah, John Wick come out like this weekend or next weekend, something like that.
I think it comes out fairly soon.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know he was in Percy Jackson, so that's something new. Man, I'm going to actually miss him as the hotel clerk because there's John Wick 5 coming out after this.
Dang.
Probably going to be. You think they're going to military commissary? That's dope.
They could actually reuse his thing because all he does is like you're come to see the the person and then sends him to they could have done that as a nod to him. So
do you think they're gonna recast or?
I hope not.
Hold on, I'm trying to put these hashtags on Twitter. CW Gotham Knights is goated. All right, yeah, that'll do. That'll get it.
The fact that I actually enjoyed Gotham Knights more than Flash this week.
Yeah, that says a lot. Hold on, another hashtag Team Chegra.
I didn't even finish the Flash episode. I turned it off.
I don't blame you. I told one of my friends not.
I got like 20 minutes in, and I was just like, that was.
I missed the first 11 episodes, and then after I watched the episode, where I started from and finished, I'm like, I don't even want to start it and watch those missing 11 minutes.
It was just, I just can't.
Did you guys see Shazam?
No, I didn't see it yet. I didn't see it yet.
Okay, well, I'll do non-spoilery, but what I do want to start off with is, did you guys see David Sandberg's tweet?
Mm-hmm. Refresh my memory. Who's David Sandberg?
Director of Shazam.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shazam.
No,
I didn't see that yet. Oh, is it the? Okay, I think I remember it now. Yeah, I did see that. But you can refer,
And apparently, he just called people out on this tweet. He says, so that tweet gets turned into this Reddit post, and before you know it, you risk it becoming accepted truth online, and you'll never hear the end of it. It is very it's weird to hear, but as a filmmaker, this is something that you literally have to deal with. I'm about to share it. So it says on Rotten Tomatoes, I just got my lowest critic score and my highest audience score on the same film. I wasn't expecting a repeat of the first movie critically, but I was still a little surprised because I think it's a good film. Oh well. As I've been saying for a while now, I'm very eager to go back to horror as well as trying some new things. After 6 years of Shazam, I'm definitely done with superheroes for now. Just to be clear, I don't regret even for a second making the Shazam movies. I've learned so much and gotten to work with some truly amazing people. Will forever be grateful that I got to direct 2 of these. They've been very challenging but valuable experiences. One thing I've really been looking forward to is disconnecting from the superhero discourse online. A lot of that stresses me out so much, and it will be nice having to not think about that anymore.
And I can guarantee you they're going to take the second one and run with it and say that's all he said.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, that already happened.
Oh, damn.
Damn, I'm good.
Of course, already.
Yeah. So, my whole thing is Shazam 2 was a great film. Like, I enjoyed it. Non-spoilery thoughts for my boy Ty. Please don't post any spoilers. If you have seen it, don't post any spoilers. We will talk spoilers next week. I enjoyed Shazam 2. I literally just rewatched the first one today. I enjoy Zachary Levi in this role. Now, I will say it seems like there are some discrepancies in time because in the film they say it's been 2 years, but Billy's about to be 18. In the first film, Billy was 14. That math ain't mathing to me. But I mean, that's what happens. That's what happens. It's just the math ain't mathing to me. Maybe I'm crazy, but yeah. Hey, Train. See, I told you it's one that comes by at 5 o'clock on the head. But Jesus Christ. Keep honking. Anyway, ignore that. But I mean, I get it. Is this film everybody's cup of tea? No. Did announcing James Gunn's new DCU basically stab this one and kill it? Yes.
Dang.
I really blame that because people are like, what's the point of going to see it? Will they still go see The Flash? Oh, of course. That's gonna break the box office regardless. But a movie like this that was literally delayed, that we find out stuff about The Rock not wanting to be a part of this in the first place, that the Daughters of Atlas being literal mythical figures in Greek mythology, but at the same time not being like legit DC characters. Did that turn people off? Yes. But hot take, Helen Mirren, Lucy Liu, and Rachel Ziegler, I enjoyed all of them in this film, especially Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren is a thespian. I loved Helen Mirren in this film.
It's all about family.
and people are like, oh, they made a Fast and Furious joke. Well, as soon as I seen her cast, I'm like, oh, they're gonna make a Fast and Furious joke.
It kind of makes sense.
And what I'll say without being too spoiler, I will say the one thing that did turn me off is if Billy's about to be 18, you would expect Zachary Levi to play him a little more mature than he was as a 14-year-old, because Asher Angel played, 17-year-old, Billy a little bit older. And I get that. But it like Darren says, this film is everything I love about superheroes, especially kids being superheroes. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me see what we're going to talk about that. I heard about that. I want to hear a little bit more if you can expound on what you know.
I mean, they already kind of baited us last season, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they baited us with photographs, so I mean, we haven't seen photographs yet.
Yeah.
Shazam was great.
Though it was a nice twist.
What's up, Flash Barry Allen?
I actually like Bizarro. That
Your
was actually
your profile picture is misleading from your name. Are you really the Flash? Are you really Barry Allen? Or are you Eobard Thawne inside Wally West's body?
or Jerry Garrick or Jesse Quick or whoever that female born is.
That's Jesse Quick.
Okay, Jesse Quick, yay.
It sucks. We probably won't see her this season.
We're not at all.
And I loved her.
And there's a photo of her with Javicia and I think Candace.
Well, I mean, they both working. They're all working out there, so I expected that. Do you guys like the random charger I have sitting on the desk?
Nice
I didn't
computer.
even notice. I didn't even notice until just now.
I just noticed your computer and your pop setup.
Hey man, you gotta have a charger on deck.
Oh, hold on. I gotta show you guys something.
He's flexing. He's flexing. Everyone, he's flexing.
My wife is the GOAT.
Yo, that is dope.
She had this.
Oh, that's hard.
She had this fan art blown up for me, and I can't wait to hang it up.
Yo, that joint is sick.
Boom! Wow. That's really big.
I gotta hang this up. I gotta frame my Flash Season 1 poster that I've had since 2013.
Going way back there.
No, 1923 is the Paramount spinoff for
wow.
If she's from 1923, Jesus, she looks great.
Right.
Let me see. Vin Diesel should have kept no.
I didn't even see the movie, and I said no.
I think she's in. Yeah, Lloyd, I can see that. Zachary Levi just being in team up movies. I can see that.
They're still going to try to keep him around because the fan reception of him is still
But
good.
that was filmed, not Wikipedia, that was filmed before James Gunn even came on. Like, they made sure they let people know that.
I did like how the first Shazam came on to, and told
Spoilers,
spoilers
because he hasn't seen it.
Oh
yeah, don't spoil that.
I'm not going to spoil the scene. I'm just going to spoil. I love the fact that whole scene where he shows up.
Oh yeah,
for the first time.
Lloyd, I get being older doesn't mean mature, but it's off-putting when Asher Angel is acting more mature than Zachary Levi's. Like, he said, like, between this first movie and the whole discourse of him not, like, it's discrepancies between the first movie where he first gave his siblings their Shazam powers, and he says, say my name, say the name I say to transform into this guy. But then when you get to this movie and he doesn't know his superhero name
because he's technically called Captain Marvel.
No, but he still says, say my name.
Oh.
In the first film, he says, say my name. Say the thing that I say when I transform into this.
Well, they can't exactly say that unless they want to deform.
Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, he's saying, what's my superhero name? Oh. And it's also...
What's my superhero name?
And I know the writing is meant to be funny. Like guys, this isn't spoilers. Like, the writing is meant to be funny, but the comic book nerd in me couldn't help but think that it was a missed opportunity for them not to use, the Flashpoint version of Shazam's name.
Right.
They're saying, like, they had Freddy going around calling himself, Captain Every Power or whatever. You could have just said Captain Thunder. because Captain Thunder in the Flashpoint universe is all the kids put together because each of them has a power of, Shazam. One person has the wisdom of Solomon. One person has the strength of Hercules. They come together to form Captain Thunder. It's also another Captain Thunder on a different Earth. So I feel as if this was a missed opportunity.
You said Captain Cecile? No. Please, no. No.
No, I they do have to work with the actors' schedules, and he's not saying that the episode was good, but I mean Grant deserved a day off, but
it could have been better.
It could have been better. Who cares about Becky? We're gonna jump into that in a second. But I will say, who's that's not Gary. So I will say that I'll say that if you haven't seen Shazam, go see it. Like, you'll love it. It was a fun film. If we don't get a third film, hey, we got one more than we did with Black Adam. Missed opportunity for him because I think introducing him into this film would have been cool to see. Seeing, Shazam go up against Black Adam like we're supposed to.
I didn't even like Black Adam.
Lance is in shock right now.
No, because I wasn't a
I like the Justice Society. I love.
I wasn't a fan of Black Adam either. Can you read that out? 3 dozen trying to block this troll.
Not home, but they could have split up Barry and Iris between their 2 off episodes. So one episode was Barry and the team, and the other could have been Iris and CC Media.
Yeah, I
agree.
The problem also is that
they did that last year when they got rid of Iris for how many episodes?
It was like
they did it last year though.
5. It was like 4 or 5 episodes, something like that.
And they still proved that they can write a decent interlude episode back in season 6 with the Cisco episode. Although rightfully so, Cisco is a more interesting character.
And he pulls off fun.
But they still proved that they can do it if they wanted to.
Because every single when he got whammied, that was when the episode turned into awesome for me.
Yeah.
Awesome, full fun.
I mean, also the problem is you chose to focus on
gave Gary a timeout. If that's really Gary,
2 characters that no one cares about. Like no one cares
if
about
that Earth still even exists. I don't even know if that Earth doesn't exist anymore because we haven't seen Breacher or Gypsy's dead, but that Earth doesn't exist. Not to say that Accelerated Man can't come from another Earth or even be somewhere on Earth Prime right now, but I don't see that happening. I think, and I remember the Paigey and Eric videos from when Accelerated Man was first being introduced in that little cameo scene. I'm like, you guys made the perfect suit, the most comic book accurate suit. It wasn't hard to put together. Had us thinking that this man was going to be a substantial part of the season. And
nope. That was
maybe they he is alive and they don't care to open the multiverse from the Flash's perspective.
Yeah, they probably can't.
It's too late now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Flash is done. So
yeah, it's kind of like, what's the purpose?
But chat, what would you guys have changed about this week's Flash episode?
Everything.
Oh, I mean, I get that, but I feel as if his whole, you know how Eric Wallace says we didn't have time for such and such and such and such, but you're doing this, like that's a dumb excuse,
right?
They really did not need this episode. They could have done. They could have written.
This could have been the Legends episode.
This could have been a more detailed explanation of Red Death and how she. This could have been an information episode.
This episode could have gone. The Keone introduction episode did not have to be all about that the entire time. Because did they fight anybody in that episode? I don't. It was that boring that I don't remember anything from it. Really, like I did not pay attention.
They had power shooting out, but that was about it.
Wasn't that no? That was the episode where Hartley came back with the fiddler. That was a fiddler. Okay, they could have cut all the other crap with Keon out and kept the fiddler stuff, and it would have been a great episode.
That stuff was actually good.
I would have liked the Hartley episode instead of a Becky episode.
But it just seems like he doesn't care, and it's weird. And I'm like, he talks this big game about, caring about the show and how much the show means to him and crafting a good story for the final season. And what we've been getting is, as like Flash fans, as people that have been here, this ain't it. Like at all.
That really sucks that they just went like, Caitlyn's dead. Okay, let's party.
Like they still just like chilling. Like
I would have taken that.
Yeah,
I would have taken that.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
I would have had Captain Boomerang and Fiddler try to break Red Death out of Iron Heights. We didn't see Rose get arrested. It dropped plot thread because apparently it was supposed to be a scene shot, or it was a scene shot. Where Eric Wallace's mind goes when editing these episodes, I would love to know. But Darren had another good interlude, or what to do for interludes. It's a way to keep Wally around. Could have just been like they did with Bart and Nora. That's another good one.
And the fact, this is one of the during the episode, Cecile is always complaining about that she hasn't gotten to her kid or whatnot. Wally, he could have been a lightning that took her to see her daughter. There is another thing, the smoke bombs. She could have gone with the smoke bombs. There's another thing. She could have called Barry and had a lightning come across the screen without him actually being there and taking her to see her daughter. Or why is she complaining?
I would have loved an entire Chalegra episode where they're doing like 180 kisses. Oh, definitely.
The whole episode of just Allegra doing 180 kissing around.
And can we talk about that for a second?
No.
Cecile. This may be your house, but you're just gonna invite Allegra to come live with you. You ruined Chester's whole plan of, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna talk to the landlord, and as they call it, is that boyfriend stuff? They're gonna go do that boyfriend stuff. But we know what Chester's trying to get at. You can't do that with Mama Cecile in the house. They can't stop reading people's minds. And watch, that's a plot thread. Watch, there's gonna be a plot. They're gonna be up. Chester and God, I hate their ship name. Chester and Allegra are gonna be upstairs, and they're gonna be, like just talking. And Cecile's gonna be downstairs. You're gonna hit a little weird noise, and then she's gonna be like, "It's gonna be Psyduck all over again."
I can see it now. I was like, she would be like, Chester, don't you think about it?
Exactly. It seems like it. I know Eric and Paige talked about it. Eric is more versed on the life force than I am. Actually, I didn't like the life force. Didn't even pop into my head. Yep. When I saw that, guys, the CW is reviving a HBO Max show. No, it's not Titans. No, it's not Doom Patrol. It's not even what's another canceled HBO Max show? I don't know, something somebody liked.
I don't know.
But no, the CW, they're not reviving something we want. They're reviving F-Boy Island.
What exactly is that?
Is that?
Yeah. Like what is
that? A reality show. That's all I know. Reality show.
Did HBO Max get bought out by Nexstar?
No, they just canceled that show.
They should rename CW to NS for no show reality.
No, real talk. It's gonna be like 2 shows on there next season.
Yep.
Unless they change their mind and go like, we effed up.
They're not. All they care about is money.
Right.
And all the money.
Like golf will give them money.
Old people will watch it, remember?
Yeah, I was about to say old people watch golf. I don't.
Yeah, 53 and up. 60 and up. Just I don't know how old DJ is.
No, that's a good point.
That is a good point. But then again, they never mentioned Cecile's other daughter either, so I'm not surprised.
Is she still a stripper?
I was just about to say she's still out here stripping somewhere.
Yep, that's not Gary. Mods, yeah. Not trying to be rude or anything, but Gary doesn't spell that well. No offense to the real Gary.
They got chill.
Yeah. Pretending to be an autistic person shows a level of maturity, doesn't it? Yeah, it's just wrong. Seems like it, and he stooped to a whole new low.
Or
her. I guess I blocked all the other pages, so they had to make a new one. And saying that Gary was legitimately in the chat last week, so they was like, "Oh, I can pretend to be him this week."
I 100% agree. Man.
Oh, hey, Chainsaw. First of all, your picture is still hilarious. And
he did react live to the Gotham Knights.
Yeah, that was hilarious. We're gonna get to Gotham Knights.
That was hilarious.
We're gonna get to that next because me and Eric have the same questions about Gotham Knights, but I'm gonna get to that next. Oh, my wife's texting me. I have to take her car to get some gas.
Yes, 300 more for him. He just needs 300.
I am on 702 now.
Yep, I checked.
I'm growing.
Get them some
But that sounded weird.
No.
Hey, Eric, do you like my background, Eric? Also, Eric, did you see my dope poster? You know, just a minor flex. It's a lot of trains. It's a lot of trains tonight. Like, Jesus. I guess since it's not dark, they're gonna just say, hey, keep going. Thanks, Flash Barry Allen. Appreciate it. But yeah, Chainsaw. The next 2 interludes, or is it 2 or 3?
2. I don't call the third one interlude, even though it technically is.
It seems like the Neonal one, and then the one that they get a lot of they discover mold and it sends them into like time anomalies. All of that sounds legitimately interesting, and the only reason why is because Barry and Iris are literally there.
I just realized I miscounted. 9 is the one I was thinking about.
Yeah. But like these, I can't even get my words out. These interludes are literally they sound interesting. I want to see where this is gonna go. I don't care if Barry suits up in this next episode because at least Barry's in the episode and not just for 5 minutes. I'll take it. Like the best part about this episode was Barry and Iris leaving, and when Barry and Iris came back, and we had the little tender West Island moment when when he rubbed her belly and all that good stuff. That was nice. That was improvised stuff. So that was cool to see.
I have a funny theory.
Taylor's running it.
You know how Cisco made the BARRY AI? Maybe there is an Iris AI running CC Picture News.
But I'll let that slide for this episode because even though they weren't physically in the office, she was going down there for like an expansion like party or whatever she said. So that's still technically work. She was doing something for her company. So I'll let that slide. And who knows, we're gonna get a time jump. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a time jump somewhere in between these episodes by like a couple weeks. And they're gonna say she did stuff off screen that we didn't see. So I'll let that slide. If they go the next few episodes and they just don't mention CCPN, well, that's just Eric Wallace. Okay. Like, this is his legacy now.
There's also a theory that during this episode, it could be during hours that are closed for CCP news.
Yeah.
We don't know the hours, so.
Eric, would you look at this? I have to close my eyes because I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna use this as a tweet. Let's have a moment of silence because he wins. He wins. He wins the night. He wins the night.
Wow.
You are literally gonna save a potentially diverse casting for Max Mercury, indigenous and potentially female. Zen, Max Mercury, Indian, all that good stuff. But you said, I was going to do it in season 10, can't do it this season. Let's bring back Becky, and somehow she'll know that she was dead before Crisis. Crisis brought her back.
Which don't make any sense.
At all.
I just thought of something. They could have had the three interlude episodes as Mac Mercury arc.
They could have. Or the Legends arc.
One episode could have been the Legends. One episode could have been Max Mercury. And you could have gave more. I guarantee you, they could have worked something out with Jordan Fisher. Because we're not going to get any Bart this season.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have done something earlier if you weren't planning on bringing the kids back at the end of the season.
Yeah, like, why did he do that? Like, that's so...
Yeah, it was it was like the captain, and then it was done. We never seen it again.
Speaking of captain, can we talk about Kramer basically being relegated to glorified cameos? Like, I hated her when she was first introduced, but she redeemed herself in my eyes.
Yeah.
Ever since her adventure with Joe,
she became likable.
And towards the back half of season 7, she does nothing. Beginning of this episode, that's it. Beginning of the Red Death episode, she crawls into that vent, and then we don't know where she went or how she got out. So
it kind of reminds me of the Cecile one where Mirror Master, the same vent Cecile went through.
Yep. I guess that's the one vent that leads out the building.
I'm like, what a convenient way to have everything kind of like going in place in one room. There's an exit.
Ragu, you're spot on. And it's crazy because this man is a comic book writer. This man wrote on Teen Wolf some of the strongest episodes.
Oh, I was just about to ask which episodes.
He became an executive producer in season 4 or 5. That's how he met Jordan, which is for some reason he said back then he knew if he ever took over the Flash, he would want Jordan to be Bart.
Oh, he's trying to ratio the Max Mercury one.
Hey, that's true as well.
Right.
But will he have long hair, or is it going to be a wig?
Well, Cisco Carlos just said this weekend that people used to mistake him for Candace from behind because their hair was literally the same length.
Wow.
He hated having his hair that long. It's crazy because they just used it.
Just 30? Before. Just 30?
It's probably more.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
And Todd Helbing makes himself look like a great showrunner over on Superman and Lois, sans that little, hiccup with, the Earths. But I won't blame Todd Helbing for that. I'll blame the network. I'll blame the network. I'll blame the network. Just leave it at I'll blame the network. I'll just blame them.
Well, it is next star, so you're not actually.
Yeah. But that's just correct. That's just like this episode was I think this was the fastest review I ever recorded for The Flash. Like I would have ranted on it, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter because like it's out.
I also never like this is an episode I will skip when binge watching.
Most definitely.
Oh
most
yeah, definitely.
This season is a 12 episode season for me. Might even be less than that.
Yeah.
The smoke bombs are a bad idea. Technically, they could use it to teleport villains to the other side of the planet. They could. But no, Allegra uses it to teleport in when they need to, charge up the thing for the Godspeeds that still didn't work and, other stuff.
And villains could steal it and then teleport inside a bank vault and teleport out, and no one
You're giving him too much credit for thinking like that. And no disrespect to Eric Wallace. When he has a good idea, he has a good idea. But he let the rogues get away without explanation. If you think he's gonna make a villain smart enough to steal tech like that and use it, you have too much faith in that man. I'm sorry.
I was just about to say, could they actually use that to explain the rogue gathering everything without them? They could have spent 5 minutes on them just grabbing every tech and then starting the graphic novel.
They could have smoke bombed that accelerator in episode 1, send it to the middle of the ocean. It was so many ways to avoid that. It was so many ways to avoid that. Like how did Barry even start that episode? Like I liked it, but at the same time, it was so underwhelming. It didn't stick with me. How did it even start? How did the particles get on him?
It started with a nightmare actually, where he dreams of Iris's death again.
He just loves seeing her die, I guess.
I mean, she has technically died a lot. Even physically or not physically, or she's been stabbed constantly. She's been.
Let's not talk about when she got stabbed down here, but needed a sling.
Yeah,
that was.
And she got stabbed in the shoulder too.
That's Todd Helbing writing for you. Like she had a sling, but stab wound was down here from Marlise's sword that she threw herself on.
And she jumped off a building.
Speaking of the Thinker, if Becky is back and knows she's alive because of Crisis, they already established that Izzy Bowen is still alive. Well, is back to life on Earth Prime post-Crisis. Because when they asked Hartley, did he see her? So, does she know? Does Izzy know she's back to life because of Crisis? What happened with her and Ralph post-Crisis?
And does this mean during this crisis, the Thinker did not body hop?
Right.
Because if that, why didn't we get that to begin with?
He likes to create more plot holes than he likes to, solve.
Well, Crisis erased everything technically, so they could start off new. But I would have liked to see that.
I wouldn't have thrown that in there. I would have left out that Izzy Bowen was back to life. I would have left that out. Like villains, rogues like Roy G. Bigelow. We know he didn't die. But for people that we know died, and you just throw them back in there like that, and that's what pissed me off. Did you see her? Was this person who attacked you? And he's just like, no, and then you just leave that.
Well,
you didn't say he's back to life because of Crisis. Nothing.
With Roy G. Bigelow, I would have to say, during season 6, we didn't know who Rainbow Raider was until, Goodbye Vibrations, and then Rainbow Raider came 2.0. And then they put his picture in the
But
same page.
I still figure I knew he didn't die. So I'm like, I always figured maybe he was still around somewhere.
I just
But
wish
maybe
they
the
would
guy was busy.
said Roy instead of Rainbow Raider Roy, to
Right.
clarify.
I knew who Rainbow Raider was because there's only one Rainbow Raider until Carrie Bates.
Well, they didn't know Rainbow Raider 2.0 was just like the first appearance. We didn't know that. We thought originally before they showed us the picture that she was the new Rainbow Raider.
She is the new Rainbow Raider
because they didn't mention Roy in season 6.
She is Rainbow Raider though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They didn't specify that Roy was alive too.
I mean, I just knew he didn't die. He got away. Like Snart let him get away. So that's how I remember. And a lot of the other things didn't change from what we know. Snart let him escape. Snart was gonna kill him if he kept trying to attack him. Because I remember Snart saying, "I'd power down if I were you," with his little coke gun like that. I remember that. Let me see some of these comments.
Wait, so is Snart back because of Crisis?
No, Snart's still dead. Wentworth Miller said I ain't coming back.
That's one person I want to see back. Just one more time.
I would like to see King Shark would have been good interlude episode.
Yeah, like what happened to King Shark? Like
he's with his ex-wife. He's with his doppelganger's widow. That's weird.
It's a Doctor Strange moment.
Maybe he's not a doppelganger anymore. Maybe he's
how the heck they have the smoke bombs? They got them from Nash, Mayada. Keep up. They were Nash's. She's literally wearing his utility belt.
How many did he have? No clue. Like it's ridiculous.
They didn't need Becky to win in blackjack. He could have had anyone held at gunpoint and forced to lose. That's true. There's a power in doing that. No, the thing that pissed me off. You literally say when your bad luck started. You may be an airhead, but you're not a dumb character. I'm going to put 2 and 2 together. Oh, I'm a meta. I have good luck all the time. But as soon as I put on this engagement ring, my world got flipped upside down. Let me take this off.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, really?
Yes. let me take this ring off and let's see what happens. It's common sense, Becky. Goldface apparently has tech that can disable meta powers now. Yep, I guess Goldface went back to his old ways after saying, it's a Wednesday. We're the good guys. But you went right back to what you were doing. Okay, cool. Cool character development, Eric Wallace. At least you didn't redeem him fully. They could have just taken as many chips as they want because they weren't letting anyone up. That's true.
Eric likes metal.
Who was running the game if his minions were telling everyone what to do? If it was his game, then he had no reason to rig the gambling table. That's true. Right. That's true. It seems the post-crisis thinker was weak. I guess so. So her bad luck makes it so she loses in gambling, but doesn't make it so the gun goes off when he pulls it on her. How does that bad luck work? And then her good luck makes the gun explode on him like that.
And how did the guys know where she was?
I don't know.
Because like
plot.
10 minutes passed.
Plot.
Yeah, plot.
Like I said, Eric Wallace is a great idea man, not a great showrunner. Not a great idea man either, apparently. This episode was his idea. Or no, explain it. Piss me off with Eric Wallace. He doesn't explain crap. So annoying to me, in my opinion. What do you mean? Eric Wallace is taking away the few kills previous villains had. What's next? Zoom never killed the cops in Jitter's post-crisis. Wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, I would have expected to see them walking around. And Barry's like, wait, didn't you die? Because apparently you don't remember anything post-crisis either. Because y'all just didn't tell him Becky was alive? Because I'm pretty sure there would have been a scene. What, Becky's alive?
And we never actually saw her photo in the book.
retcon. We saw him flip through every single page. We saw Turtle 2.0 because I guess the first Turtle is still dead. Who killed him? Your guess is as good as mine. If Harry never existed,
yeah, like
how did we get all those Harrys, by the way, if they never existed? Like we've gotten Sherlock Wells, we've gotten all these.
how is HR back alive in Harry's in Nash's mind? Now, you know what? We're going on a tangent. I want to just jump to Gotham Knights.
How is Nash still alive?
I was just about to say that. Like I was
because
thinking
of
about it. Like,
Nash was alive because he was pariah.
Oh, so
he was supposed to.
He
was supposed to bear witness. Yes. Now, I guarantee you, Eric Wallace would have tried to bring him back just to be pariah again if the Flash kept going, so they could have tried to do a take on Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths.
That wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, it would have been hilarious. If Allegra is a known reporter for CCC Media and Cecile is a public figure that criminals would certainly know, how does she walk into situations like that and no one knows them? Facts. Who's worse, Mark Guggenheim or Eric Wallace? They both have their strengths and weaknesses. More weaknesses than strengths.
Mark Guggenheim, the only mistake that is notable is when he killed Laurel.
And season 4 in general.
Yeah. That's the most notable one. Eric Wallace has more notable more notable mistakes.
People are weird. And my group just got a new.
And the Flash actually saved Mark Guggenheim because they brought in Black Siren.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm quoting the multiverse, with chainsaw. By the way, it's not my idea.
What's worse, Gotham Knights or Inhumans?
Yikes. We'll get to that. If she's took her ring, if she's literally can be able to win, so why didn't she do that? If she took her ring.
If Cecile took Becky's ring, she literally can be able to win. So why she didn't do that, I never understand that. She did do that. She took her ring.
When they found out that it was the ring that was causing her powers to fritz out.
Yeah.
Also, whenever Cecile thinks she's a bad mom, her powers won't work. Okay. I like that we just a step. Dumb. I like that just happened for the first time this season. You just added that in there. I like that.
So all that to stop Cecile is just say you're a bad mother.
Yep. You don't remember that she kept Nash's smoke? Like, that's all he used in season 6. That was the big thing that freaked Barry and Cisco out.
Her kryptonite is saying you're a bad mother.
Yes.
I mean, where's her oldest child at? So I mean,
who said Becky would know about the rogues?
I'm so confused.
Okay. I'm confused. Who killed more, Cicada or Red Death? Oh, Cicada, definitely.
Cicada, yeah.
Cicada, unless they retcon that.
Oh, God.
Does Lois have cancer in Superman and Lois? I don't know. I mean, I don't think Eric Wallace remembers after Crisis because he just puts everyone in pre-Crisis in this season. Doesn't explain how they are alive. He literally took over after, during Crisis. So
before Crisis, actually.
Well, yeah, season 6 was the Crisis season where he took over. So of course he would remember after Crisis. It just doesn't. That line didn't make sense because I'm okay with her being revived. She just shouldn't know about Crisis, unless she just lucked up. And I mean, I guess we can say that
her power gave her the knowledge.
Or when the news report after Oliver died, and they said Oliver Queen died. Although if that's the case, I don't know.
And Eric Wallace
Exactly.
has been attached to the Flash in season 4, so even though he's been attached, a lot of plot holes happened.
Yeah. Jocko should sue Cecile for lying about not using her powers on clients. He definitely should.
He could, yeah.
Why didn't they just use dampening tech on Becky?
Don't they have meta cuffs, or is it only accessible for Barry?
Not that bright. They aren't that bright.
I
That's
can't
all out
pick
there.
a lock. I can't pick a lock. I need phasing. I don't have phasing. Where's Barry? I don't have phasing.
Wow.
Yeah, just gonna ignore that. The biggest mistake Guggenheim made was catering. Yep.
Yeah.
My theory about Keone is that she's a hippy dippy. But if she is the life force, that would be cool as long as she doesn't call Mark and Caitlin mommy and daddy.
If they do that, I'm out.
Just explain something, please.
I am out if they do that.
Like
as soon as they say that, I'm gonna be turning off my TV.
Stop writing her like she's a fortune cookie. I'm so tired. When the rain falls in the east, a tree feels it in the west. I'm so tired of that crap.
I would have like if she is the life force. I also want the tier of the tier thingy that Eric mentioned, and I also like the death force.
I disagree with this.
I'll take all the Felicity.
When Felicity got shot, that was the worst storytelling after that. Because why are you blaming Oliver? That's not his fault.
Listen, all of season
Damien Dark was nuts.
And she doesn't that whole she didn't even understand the fact that he was told not to tell her. And
that pissed me off. I was
Eddie, that's a good question, Eddie. Is Eric still here? If Eric is still here, Hazard's powers being dampened equals bad luck because the ring was technically dampening her powers, kind of, sort of, and reversing them. So if that's the case, when she was in Iron Heights, shouldn't that have happened? I don't know. Barry took all the common sense in the episode with him when he left.
Yeah, 100%.
Even the pep talks.
Oh God.
Send me some Aquaman reading material because I fell off reading Aquaman a long time ago.
Yeah, I haven't read an Aquaman comic in years.
Before that, why didn't Becky know that the ring is giving her bad luck, but didn't realize to take it?
I'm guessing.
So are the Aquaman comics sweet
Mayada
with the fishes?
Mayada, you literally just answered your own question. You phrased it horribly, but you answered your own question. She didn't know it was the ring. I'm saying she should have had the common sense to know that it was the ring.
And to tell them.
Yeah. I don't know, guys, but Gotham Knights. Hot take. You will never ever convince me that let me see. What is he on top? Is he on top? Yeah, he's on top. You'll never convince me that this guy right here, this big buff guy, you'll never why did you just moan like that? That's weird. You.
No, I said
Oh, you'll never convince me that the guy that trained him, the guy that taught him everything he knows. Minor flex, I have action figures. You'll never convince me that this man.
Just kidding.
I have Barbie. Ain't no shame in my game. You'll never convince me that this man let somebody come into his office, open his safe, get Joe Chill's gun, shoot him, presumably right with his blood, your bat is dead, then push him out a window. Oh, put the Batman cowl on him because apparently that's the only thing in the office that he kept, and that big dumb looking batarang that's not a batarang. It's literally just a half circle like on each side, which is not gonna return to him. You're never gonna convince me that Batman would let somebody sneak up on him, open his safe, take the gun out, shoot him, take his blood, and how much blood did they take to write "Your Bat is dead," and then push him out a window?
Right.
And then go down to put the mask on, or they already had the mask.
They already have the mask on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're and apparently that mask got some grip because Jesus, that man stayed on the whole way down. All right. And then the world is gonna find Bruce Wayne on the ground.
And where's the other half of the mask? Because wasn't it ripped?
It's just ripped on the face. It's literally just the top half.
Okay.
So also the mask that was sitting on the counter is different from the one that he had on his head, but I'll leave that alone. That's a nitpick for another day. You're never gonna
convince color.
Yeah. You're never gonna convince me that Bruce Wayne let that happen. As many times as Bruce has been shot, stabbed, poisoned, exploded, erased from reality, he found a way to come back. You're never going to convince me that the Bruce Wayne we know let some rando sneak up on him. Like, that's so unbelievable. It is so unbelievable.
And Batman always has this sixth sense that he can tell that someone's sneaking up behind him.
Exactly. And for the simple fact that all you keep in your office is one batarang and your cowl.
Why is it in the Batcave to begin with?
I saw no suit in the Batcave. Talking about we couldn't find the suit. So I'm guessing the suit that he was wearing is the bat suit. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna stick with that logic. Yeah, this story is dumb. Okay, like I'm not gonna. I'll take that back, guys. The Court of Owls part has me. That has my attention. I find it weird that the court is like would say, "Oh yeah, let's frame kids." Because my next question is, are there no adult villains left?
Right.
Also, this Bruce Wayne killed the Joker and is praised by the world as like the world's greatest hero. But the one on Titans killed the Joker at like 77 and said, "I'm going to retire now." Okay.
And, for me, the episode itself picked up right when Robin appeared. And from there on, it got interesting.
Okay, I'm going to check it out. I have the Justice League Drowned Earth story. I'm going to check it out. I have that. I know I have that. It's probably sitting on my desk somewhere. I'm going to check that out. Thanks.
And what's funny, my top 3 characters that I like in Gotham are all women.
Yeah. All of the girls are the better characters.
Yeah, I even like the Joker's daughter. I like Stephanie Brown.
Stephanie Brown, yeah.
And I like Robin.
I will never say that Turner Hayes is Grayson, Drake, and Damian. Turner Hayes is the driest person I've ever met in my life. Literally walking through First of all, let's talk about the terrible pacing of this episode. Within the first 5 minutes went by in like 2 seconds. I was just like, wait. The narration, he's trying to sound cryptic and mysterious. Then we get the horrible city shot that looks like claymation. And then okay, we got the fencing thing. He's fencing. Cool. He's cool at fencing. Next thing you know, he's having a conversation with Stephanie that the conversation keeps going until they're in the hallway. And I think they've already changed clothes by that point. Then he just says, "Let's have a party." Oh, okay. Already? Who wants to come to a party? Okay. That's cool, I guess. And then you just skip to the party.
Right. Like there was no build up. Yeah, Batwoman got canceled for this.
Yeah. No build up, no nothing. And then all of a sudden, Bruce is killed while Duella, Cullen, and Harper are sneaking into the office. Is Bruce a silent dyer?
And what the convenience of him throwing the bottle and it just automatically dripping, finding the Batcave.
Can we talk about Stephanie Brown just being a random hacker? You took spoiler and made it. First of all, you could have just made Turner Tim Drake if he's gonna be best friends with Stephanie Brown. You take Tim Drake's literally one of the main love interests from Tim Drake before Bernard. You put him with some made up character named Brody with a horrible haircut. By the way, first of all, and then trying to be a jerk talking about some. Come on, you're gonna tell me you didn't know he's Bruce Wayne? That's a valid question. You didn't know your dad was Batman. That's a valid question. How didn't you know? Like that's a very, very, very valid question because that's like the dumbest storytelling ever. But he's telling you he didn't. He's not gonna lie about that. And then Turner's getting all aggro and angsty and like pushing up against the wall. I'm like, bro, chill. Like you're not tough. I wouldn't take you seriously.
Hi,
what's
Laura.
up,
Laura? He has not seen House of Dragons, so.
No, it looks like it, but remember that this filmed in Toronto. Batwoman filmed in Vancouver, and it might look even different if they go back there because they moved filming to Atlanta after the pilot. So, good question. Have no clue. And how did they just got in and accessed all that stuff that easily? Like you would expect Bruce to have better like bat security.
Wasn't the password for the internet Alfred on Batwoman?
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's like like the show outside of like everything. I like Duella. I liked her. She's giving me if Alice never put on if Alice never dyed her hair blonde, you would have Duella. I like Harper. I like Cullen. That diversity aspect. I like them. Stephanie, she seems cool. I'll always see her as the crazy chick that tried to kill Layla on All American.
All American.
I'll always see her as that character.
Don't put that in the world.
Oh God, Justin, why would you put that out there? That negativity. God, I hope not. I don't see this show getting past season 1. Honestly, I'm going to watch it this week. I'm going to review it this week, and I'm going to give it up until at least episode 4 or 5. But it
wasn't terrible though.
It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't
Gotham
good.
Knights. That's the only. That's
Gotham Knights. That's literally the only logical answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotham Knights. Ooh, somebody sent me something about Krispy Kreme donuts. If I gotta pay, I don't want it. If I gotta pay, I don't want it.
This one's a tough one.
What's Rayo de Luz?
It's the sister.
The Allegra episode from season 7.
Oh God. That's not fair. I plead the 5th.
That's so bad.
I'm going to be like, I can't decide. That's terrible.
I'll take that Allegra episode over this one. I'll just say I'll take that one over this. At least that one was terrible, but it wasn't terrible. Okay, it wasn't like this.
One scene made up for the entire 906 of the Rhea de Luz episode where she goes full neon. That was the only scene that topped the whole 906. So I watched Rhea de Luz on that one.
Cameron, yes, you are, and that's your opinion. I completely respect it. The pacing was like dog water. Like it's terrible. Like it was terrible. Like I've never seen a worse paced show in my life. But I will say it wasn't all bad. It was not all bad. The only thing that got me is Turner Hayes, his acting. Oscar Morgan, maybe he'll warm up into the role a little bit more as this, season progresses, but he's not a good actor to me.
This might be his first role.
Yeah, I can't see Bruce Wayne just getting shot. Like I will never wrap my mind around that. Um, it, like I said, the best thing of the episode was the whole Court of the Owls thing. Cressida being this show's Alfred, but knowing Alfred did exist. And Cressida, having her own little secret agenda. I think it was dumb to reveal that in the first episode.
Yeah.
I still think it's a 180.
No, she burnt that. She was burning that. Like, I honestly, she's in on it. For the court to, Court of Owls aspect should be interesting as the season progresses. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to see Talon, although from the screen caps of his suit is literal dog water as well. But I'll just see how this Talon, how he's portrayed on screen. I'm glad. I will say, I was happy when that cop got killed because this man literally tried to say Turner did it. He's like, one time is one time's a coincidence, two times is a pattern. The boy was 3. You think he's a co-conspirator on his own son's murder? And then I finally understood it because we find out that the cops were in on the conspiracy. But being in on a conspiracy doesn't mean you just spout off stupid stuff like that. And like, come on, a 3-year-old. Oh yeah, Google Gaga killed my daddy. What? Like, come on, why are you being stupid, bro?
And the fact that Misha Collins' character Harvey Dent believed everything the cop said and did not double check his work.
Oh, and Carrie, for everybody, like everybody was trying to tell me, like, oh yeah, she's Robin. No, she called herself Robin. All Bruce gave her were goggles. She was the eyes and ears. So Bruce never had an actual sidekick in this world. He was by himself. It's further proof because they didn't know who the hell she was.
And also, from my perspective, it kind of felt like a Roy Harper scenario where Green Arrow comes into his alley and says, "You're my eyes and ears," and then walks out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, guys. I have to write this in a Facebook group. I just thought about it.
And how did Robin learn all her kung fu-ness?
I don't know, but her fighting form is terrible.
Yeah, it was. It was.
She got lucky with that one big. First of all, the batarang is humongous. It went through his hand. It should have cut his hand off. Batarang's like this big.
How did she learn how to create that without Batman's help?
She probably got to the Batcave and took it. Who do I think the old friend, old fried? Who do I think the old friend is in this next episode? Probably gonna be like, I don't know, maybe Cisco.
Cisco or Diggle.
Yeah. 8 out of 10. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
That's high. But I respect it. I respect it.
Mine originally was a 5.5 out of 10.
Was that Caitlin's apartment? I thought it was Barry's apartment.
No, it was Caitlin's.
That's hilarious. Superman and Lois was 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it was 10 out of 10. Yeah.
10. Yeah.
Thanks for the.
I didn't like the. Okay. I didn't like the cow stories. I didn't like this
with Chrissy.
Yeah, I thought that was like. I mean, there's that, and also the Sarah and Jordan, Lana thing.
No, the Chrissy thing was hilarious. I saw that coming though. When Chrissy first walked up on the kids and that little awkward conversation, I like that because that's Chrissy all day. Yeah. But I think Michael Bishop fits with this friend group like seamlessly. He did like when he said his first lines and he sounds exactly like Jordan Elsas. I got chills, bro. I paused it and looked at my wife. I said, "Do you hear that? He sounds just like him. This dude did his homework."
Yeah.
I see why he got the role.
Yeah, I think he like literally watched the first 2 seasons and like for me, he felt like I I didn't catch he was actually a new actor until like 2 scenes later. But I know that he's the same. He acted just like Jordan Ellis, where he not nailed his mannerisms.
Yeah.
He also, it felt like he didn't change the character to his own, I
He
guess,
didn't. He
take.
studied what Jordan Elsatz did and just like he elevated it to fit seamlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually look like fraternal twins now.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was taking me out.
Seeing Jordan wipe out while flying was cool. That whole flying sequence is beautiful.
It was so good.
I had major Man of Steel vibes right there, where he runs into a mountain.
Yeah. Cameron, I heard that too, but I mean, it's everybody's take. It could get better. It could have got better for him, but for me, who is like, I'm also burnt out on Batman-less Batman shows. Like,
Yeah.
Batwoman was it for me, not just because of Javicia, but when she came in, she elevated the show. She brought the cast in closer than they were with Ruby Rose. Mind you, I hated Batwoman in season 1. I hated Batwoman for part of season 2 because they weren't putting any respect on Javicia. It was still Kate's story, Kate's story, Kate's story. Once they started focusing on Javicia and letting her actually be the lead of the show, it made it better. So with Batwoman and with Titans, I had my feel of, okay, this is another Batman-less Batman show. But now we literally have one, and Bruce wasn't even dead in that. He was just missing. They could have brought him back at any time. But now you come with a show where he's legitly dead. You don't have any legitimate Bat family members.
Except ones that people barely know.
Yeah. You don't see any super suits in sight. It's weird. And it's why was this even greenlit?
I honestly would have liked it better if he went missing on this show.
Exactly.
I mean, it just would have been a repeat of Batwoman too, because he went missing.
And then it's
with an explanation.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still.
But it's dumb that like you pick people that don't have traditional super suits, and you got the actors talking about, oh, it wouldn't be a CW superhero show without a super suit.
Actually,
none of you do anything to deserve a super suit, bro. Like, you made up an original character. Like, be for real.
I even thought of a scenario where the Court of Owls could have somehow kidnapped Bruce Wayne, because we've seen him being kidnapped. We just never see him die. He's been kidnapped a lot, but they could have kidnapped him, and then at the finale of the season, find out how to save him. That could have been the story.
They kind of could have did a play. They could have did a play on like Batman. What's the animated movie? Bad Blood. Yeah. Yeah, Bad Blood. Yeah, when they had to rescue him, like they could have just did a play on that. Like
this. Also, they made a mistake by naming this after a video game that also did terribly.
Yeah.
And then you took the same premise, literally. You just changed the characters.
Gotham Bad Blood. That would have been an awesome title.
Right.
I don't know, guys. It's just weird.
Can we talk about the fact that we have a Green Arrow villain on Superman and Lois, though? Like, what?
That's actually cool to see.
It looked good.
Is it the one with the spiderly
onomatopoeia? Yeah.
What's funny is that actually reminds me of Batman Beyond, during the intro where the circle spiral guy.
Yeah.
That kind of reminded me. I'm like, I had a flashback to it. I was like, is this a Batman Beyond villain? I don't think so, but it kind of reminds me of it.
I have to educate my auditor really quick.
Isn't she only Robin in what's that story? Frick.
The only reason why they picked Carrie Kelly to be Robin in the first place she's also Catgirl, Batgirl, and Batwoman on the Dark Knight Returns Earth. But the only reason why Carrie is Robin on this show, and Robin literally, loosely Robin, is because Titans was already using Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, and Jason Todd. And for some reason, nobody wants to touch Damian Wayne with a 10-foot pole.
I am so looking forward to the Brave and Bold then. Yeah.
The only reason, like Mayada, you're saying Gotham Knights version. No. Carrie Kelly is legitimately a Robin.
Yeah.
So
why didn't they just they could have added these characters, at least some of them, in Batwoman.
Yeah, and then Flash brings up it is no reason why she couldn't have been in this show. Ryan Wilder of this earth. But they went out of their way to let us know that it's never been a Kate Kane. It's never been a Batwoman. Never been a Batgirl. Never been a Robin. My Little Robin was just a tender nickname. Like, there was just it's weird for you to call some random teenage girl your Little Robin. Like, it's giving Predator vibes.
Yeah, that's
like, this is what...
Don't now that you mention it, now I can't unthink that.
Yeah, like that's weird. But I mean, what can you do, right? The show's here. Let's just see where it goes. Like I said, I'm gonna keep watching it. I gave this first episode like a 4 out of 10, but who knows what the second episode will do. I'm just gonna stay optimistic. It didn't totally disappoint, but it didn't totally wow me.
Listen, originally, after that Flash episode, yeah, that's all that needs to be said. But
originally, I gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Now it's a 4. After I thought about it.
Yeah, but Justin, we about to jump to that now. Superman and Lois, and we're gonna jump into
finally praising.
Right,
right. 10 out of 10.
I saved the best for last on purpose. 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
we'll try again. It's a must see. Superman and Lois, the season premiere was great. I love the pacing of the episode. We find out that the John Henry Irons from Earth, Todd, as I called it, was a arms dealer and was working with Lex Luthor and Bruno Mannheim, which is probably what got the man killed. Now, will they do something crazy and that version of John Henry Irons is still alive and Wole Parks has to pull double duty?
I don't think so. I can't see it. We might get flashbacks or something like that.
We see Bruno is bringing people back to life.
Yeah, that's true.
Double duty and flashbacks, so yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I saw people complaining about the Atom Man versus Superman fight, talking about he should have been able to take down Atom Man, no problem. The thing people fail to realize about Superman, he's literally trying to find out what happened to this man. He's not trying to kill him. Why would y'all want him to do that? He's trying to get answers. It's weird that y'all automatically, oh yeah, you should have took him out right then and there. Why though? He's trying to get answers. He's trying to help this man. He sees this man doesn't really want to do this.
And I saw people complain. Well, I also heard people complain about the fact that Superman was misled to go up in the sky to look for screaming people, and he didn't catch it. Well, for me, it's like he hears a screaming person. He's going to check either way. That's like Hero 101.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I think that's part of. I think that's a part of Automatopia's powers, though. He can make him, like, hallucinate and stuff. So I don't know how. If people don't read comics, they wouldn't know. But
someone was complaining that Superman didn't see through that deception because he's been Superman for 40 years.
Still, you just watched the man get shot, but no bullets.
No bullets, right?
This creepy dude with no face shows up in front of you. Yeah, disoriented is a word. Like, it's a thing that happens. He was caught off guard. It happens all the time.
And he heard like screams of people in distress. So Hero 101 is to go check to make sure they're okay.
Yep.
If he doesn't, and he doesn't check on it, he's like technically, and there was an actual person in distress, he will be guilt tripping himself.
Right.
Now, what I will say is, yes, Chad Coleman jacked up for this role, and the way he speaks, the cadence in his voice, different from any other character we've seen him play.
He doesn't sound like the church guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Sounds like a mobster.
Sounds like a better Goldface.
And he looks like he can go toe to toe. He looks like he can go toe to toe with Clark.
Yeah.
Justin, I won't say she's sus. I'd say she's tired of Lois trying to pop up and get answers. It gave off irritation. That's what it. And like you find out that your brother that you love dearly was leading a double life, and these reporters keep popping up trying to ask about it. You would be irritated too, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know all the facts.
Especially when Lois came there under false pretenses.
Mm-hmm. And found out
that would be an interesting. That would be an interesting twist. Because I was definitely thinking like maybe this John Henry will show up as like some powered version. He could be like Cyborg Superman, but still call himself Steel. That would be cool. And we know we're gonna see Spencer more as his nephew. So we'll get to see some more of his family aspect. He's getting a more fleshed out story because last year he didn't have jack squat.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like I really want to see that happen. I want to see that happen. But I thoroughly enjoyed this episode, guys. I cannot lie. I've raved about this episode in my review, from the cinematography to the CGI to the scene where Clark was walking out the fire and like just like cracked his neck and said, "We're not doing this here." I'm like, that's Superman. Like, this is what the films were missing, and he's been doing this for a very long time. I know this Superman is an older one, more world weary, more conscientious of the surroundings. Also, those stairs are where in like season 1 of Arrow, where the people on the bikes came and like shot at his mom or whatever. That's why Oliver took the little tumble dive and then chased after them, and everybody was like, "What were you gonna do?" He was, "I was gonna catch them. I'm sorry."
Yeah, didn't he say something about the license plate or something?
Yeah, he was going to get the license plate. He's smarter than that, Lance.
Hey man, I'm trying to remember. I haven't rewatched Arrow in a while. It's time for my Arrow rewatch, by the way. After I watch
and skip season 4.
Yeah, after I watch the Game of Thrones House of Dragon for Lara.
You heard it here.
The new fortress looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. To see the like throwback villains that they had in there, and letting us know that this Clark has taken on some of the Superman big bags that we know from the comics. I like that. It's no reason to have Lucy in this season.
No, please no. Oh my god, no.
There's no reason to have her character arc is literally like it's done. There's no reason to bring her back. The same way they're not bringing back Tal Rowe.
Or the Parasite chick.
Yeah. There's no reason to bring Lucy back unless it's for like a cameo appearance or something.
Well, she
There's
might
no reason for that.
They got in the little jail thing. She might pop up or something.
I ain't holding my breath.
I don't want to see it, no, but I'm just saying.
Can we talk? Let's talk about real quickly before we go, because I got to make this gas station run. General Lane has always been like an idiot and like stuff like that and forgetting, but I saw the writing on the wall when he was talking about how he wanted John to be more involved, and then brought up his daughter. Then all of a sudden, hey, I was your grandpa.
His eyes light up before he said it. That was the cue. When his eyes light up and had like an idea on his face, I got pissed right then and there because I knew it was going to happen.
I'm like, dog, that's bogus, and you don't even realize what you did.
Right.
But I just knew. I'm like, this General Lane is too nice. You had to do something stupid. Has to do something stupid. I agree. Do you think Lana moved around intergame? Yes, I do. And that's why the old mayor is so scared.
Mm-hmm.
Please let something happen to him. That man irritates me. He looks like the principal off of Family Guy. Yeah, Principal Peter Smith. I think that's it. Wait, what's the principal's name? I forgot. But yeah, he looks like him.
Yeah, he's a character that you just hate when he appears.
Yeah, and he's like you come to who invited you to their party?
Right, he just pulled up.
Why do you come unannounced? Wow, that literally looks like him.
Principal Shepard is the mayor off of Superman and Lois in disguise. You shouldn't touch that money. You have nothing. That you don't know what you're doing. You're gonna run this into the ground. Who cares if that school has a little mold? What?
I was like, that's their health, bro. Like, what do you?
And yeah, his X-ray vision kind of like felt like it kind of upgraded.
Yeah.
Because in season 1, when he looked at the pipes, it was all infrared heat kind of looking. Now it's more detailed, so kind of like that.
I love the VFX upgrades.
The football coach had me dying this episode.
Yeah, when he I'm glad they didn't drop that plot thread, but I'm glad he was not a dick about the driving exam.
No, that part was hilarious. And then when he was eating the ribs and it was nasty, he just like tossed them in the trash. I was like, man, Clark can't cook, bro.
Wait, Clark can't cook?
He can't barbecue.
Oh, it's just like Iris can't make pancakes.
Yep.
Iris couldn't cook. How did Barry not know it when he ate good pancakes?
He grew up with her.
I'm like, what? That was a dead giveaway. That wasn't Iris.
Mercenary, you are hilarious. You are hilarious. They did have a lot of they had a lot of super sex this episode though. A lot of it at Towel Road's beach house.
And it was at the beginning of the episode.
Yep. But we also find out about the baby. We learn that she's not pregnant, so it could be teasing a cancer storyline or some sort of sickness that I think will drive her to Bruno Mannheim. We could get a Superwoman tease, you know. We got the other Superwoman last season with Lana. Maybe this will be paying off the other comic book storyline and she gets powers. I don't know. That would be cool to see. They always surprise us.
I wonder if they made a joke about Superman using heat vision to cook everything. Because we see him on heat vision on Smallville where he burns a toast, makes toast. But we never actually joke about the fact that it's heat vision cooked. So does it feel like Aigu or something? Does it taste like heat vision? Does it taste radiation?
But love Superman and Lois. All of the episodes this week. You love Superman and Lois more than you got to take your time when typing. I feel bad for the coach. Clark's cooking wasn't good enough. I agree. Not holding my breath. We might though. Apparently at the end of the season, Clark's supposed to be getting into a fight with something that crashes to Earth and it has spikes. Maybe they're teasing a Doomsday storyline for next season. If they're doing the death of Superman in season 4, I'm not going to be ready for that because I love Tyler Hoechlin. I love Tyler Hoechlin so much, and we already saw him. We already saw the man die in something this year. Okay.
If that's the conclusion to season 4, like the whole. I'm going to be like, okay, I get it.
I agree.
I'm just going to be not ready for it.
Oh, Dibble's not going to be in this season?
No. I mean, he was busy. He directed an episode. He had to do The Flash. He also had to film some stuff for that spinoff of The Rookie because he's a recurring character on there.
And we don't know what's going on with Justice Hugh. It's probably dead in the water silently.
Yeah, that's not happening.
But guys, leave your score for Superman and Lois down below. Like I said, for me, it's a 10 out of 10. I have to jump off of here. I want to thank 3Dubs as always and Tosh for jumping in today. Appreciate it. Once he finishes his Wolfpack review, we will be posting that. We got to schedule that. We're gonna do like a pre-recorded video and then post it that way.
Cool.
But yeah, guys, I will. There is no Flash this week. I might post a special video on Thursday in its place. I don't know yet, but my Superman and Lois and Gotham Knights reviews will be posted Wednesday night. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Share this around to somebody. I'm at 702 subscribers. We're still on that road to 1K. So yeah. Check you guys later.
I am there.